This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of November 28th, 2022, brought to you by That's Good HR. I'm Alex Brown. Dan Cassens, Professor Emeritus in the Department of Forestry and Natural Resources at Purdue University, says prices for Christmas trees this year are running between 12% and 24% higher. He says the increase dates back to the drought in 2012, which also led to a loss of growers.
I mean, if you lose all your trees and you're getting kind of elderly and you say, well, why start all over? Because it takes 7 to 8 years to produce that first tree once you start over. The other factor is just the tightness of the market. We've lost growers. There hasn't been a lot of money in growing Christmas trees, not a lot of people wanting to do it, so that just increased the tightness in the marketplace.
He says the number of trees planted increased about 25% to 40.5 million in 2021, but it'll take up to 8 years before those trees come to market. South Bend-based First Source Corporation has promoted Andrea Short to Chief Executive Officer of its subsidiary, First Source Bank. In addition to her new role, Short will continue as president of the bank. Elkhart-based Patrick Industries has completed its acquisition of TransShield, a manufacturer of protective covers for a variety of industries also based in Elkhart. Financial terms of the deal were not disclosed, but Patrick says TransShield will continue operating out of its existing facilities. Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand is made possible by the following.
With one call to That's Good HR, your hiring challenge is solved. It's that simple. That's Good HR is the secret ingredient to strategic staffing. Have an HR, accounting, administrative, or customer service position to fill? Trust That's Good HR to make a match that's good for everyone, whether temp to hire, or a direct hire placement. For 22 years, That's Good HR has been handpicking employees and employers through a highly personal and authentic approach that delivers long-term results. Visit that'sgoodhr.com. Remember, the match matters.
Join IBJ Media and Inside Indiana Business for Engage Indianapolis, December 6th at the Westin in downtown Indianapolis. We're assembling Indy's top business, community, and philanthropic leaders for a discussion about key initiatives that will create a more vibrant quality of life for all Hoosiers, from talent attraction and retention to workforce and economic development. We'll explore what's working and big ideas for what's next. RSVP by November 30th at IBJ.com.
Legislative leaders in the Indiana State House said during Organization Day earlier this month that you could see some movement on decriminalizing some sort of marijuana use in Indiana.
Republican House Speaker Todd Huston left things vague on the subject, but rest assured, one person whose position has not changed on the subject is Governor Eric Holcomb. The governor said he is supportive of more research on the advantages of medicinal marijuana, but it is still illegal on the federal level. The governor added that he doesn't care if the federal government looks the other way when it comes to other states that are decriminalizing the use of pot, whether it be medicinally or recreationally. He added that he didn't get into the job to pick and choose which laws to enforce. The other big topic of discussion in this session, as it is with every budget session, Hoosiers' tax money. With many homeowners feeling the pain of their property value reassessments going way up, many want to know what will be done to help alleviate that pain on tax day. The governor responded by reiterating what has already been done to relieve some tax burdens, but said they must be tedious in choosing how much more, if anything, to cut. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
The city of Indianapolis announced today that $20 million will be spent on improvements to West Washington Street from Holt Road to Lyndhurst Drive, making up a portion of the $50 million that Indigo had promised to spend before an October board decision to alter plans for the Blue Line rapid transit bus line. Mayor Joe Hogsett said the funds will be used for stormwater upgrades, substantial improvements to sidewalks, road resurfacing, and overdue drainage updates focusing on the Fleming Gardens neighborhood. The project is in the design phase with construction to begin as soon as next fall. The 2023 budget writing session of the Indiana General Assembly will have plenty of high-profile issues, including addressing Indiana's talent pipeline. IndyPolitics.org publisher Abdul Hakim Shabazz says education and workforce will be in the spotlight.
We have these major big job announcements popping up all over the place, high tech, high skill, high wages, but we don't necessarily have the workforce to fill those positions. So I know that's one thing that a lot of lawmakers are going to be looking at, sort of rethinking that K through 12 model, and also bringing the business community, getting the business community a lot more involved as well with internships and certifications and that sort of thing. They want to rethink higher ed also. Basically, higher ed does seem to have the have the perception that higher ed doesn't have the value that it used to.
Healthcare, affordable housing, and childcare are also issues expected to generate considerable attention, and each has a connection to businesses and their ability to attract and retain talent. Sign up for the Business News subscription this week and get a 50% discount with our Cyber Week deal. Get unlimited digital and print access to IBJ and Inside Indiana Business. Available through Friday for new subscribers only. Details at insideindianabusiness.com/cyber-week. This report is brought to you by That's Good HR, the secret ingredient to strategic staffing. More at that'sgoodhr.com. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.